Hi, welcome back to the channel. We are back on the Blazer, and I did some stuff off camera. I put the belt on. I put the ribbed tensioner pulley on. I got secured the top radiator hose and the steam vent. Also cut the U-bolts in the back to get the blocks out. It kind of looks silly to me. So probably end up ordering 2-inch blocks to lower it back down again. And we did get the wiring harness. So now I can tell where it's coming from in the wiring harness I got. I got it from Current Performance. It took a little bit, but I ordered it right in between all the holidays. So I 100% understand why it took a little bit to get to me after I ordered it. So if you're doing a stock ECU swap and you want to retain all your stuff in the S10 or whatever else they have on their website, this is a really nice wiring harness. Everything's labeled. Everything's labeled for where everything goes. A pressure switch for the AC. It's a complete setup. It comes with the fan harness, so your ECU can control fans. You just have to go into the ECU and tell it what temperature to come in and turn off at, which I will do that later. But like I said, completely plug in and play. Here's the ECU plugs, and here's the plug for the fuse block in the Blazer. I really like this because all it does, like I just said, plug in and play. Goes right in there. Secure your bolt down. So I'm probably going to do this off camera because it's probably going to take a minute because there's a lot of routing I got to do and I want to make it real clean. I will show you all that after it's done because there's probably going to be a little irritation because of how tight everything's already being. And by the way, I upgraded to wire loom. There's an option on their website that you can upgrade to wire loom. Really like this. It's really nice. And then they do test everything and send you the pass sheet of everything tested out in the wiring harness. That's probably another reason it took longer than I expected. But I'm really happy with this. All the factory plugs, you know, they tell you on the website what injectors. You can change injector style if you need. You just have to call them. By the way, this is not a paid promotion or whatever. I paid for this out of pocket. It wasn't cheap, but it's well worth it. Now, if it was a higher horsepower build, I'd probably go with Holley in their harness, which the white truck has that. And I really like that harness also. But with the Blazer, I wanted to retain everything. I wanted somebody to get in it and turn the key and drive. I didn't want to have to do this, that, and the other. I can do the same thing with the white truck, with the Holley, but I liked this better because this was slightly cheaper than the Holley harness and the ECU. I also wanted to retain cruise control and all that. I wasn't quite sure how the Holley works with some of that, but this is what I bought. All right. What is this? Everything is labeled the way it should be, other than this. So let's see. Yep, put that back. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Sort of. Now line up all the plugs. Run this here. So I'm gonna hook all these plugs up so I can figure out how long the harness is to run at certain places. Yeah. Untangle it. And then this. Everything's so tight. This goes here. Try to negotiate some stuff. Try not to hurt any of these plugs either. Right? This is the transmission. This. Let me get this out of here. Route this on top. That is starter wire. Put this down here. Yeah. Yep. AC compressor. Let's see. See. Yeah. Probably have to. Oh, it's upside down. Look at that. Works perfectly. And then this. What is this? This says crank positioning sensor, and there's your exciter wire, which I'm going to do all that underneath the truck. So that way it's all nice and clean. I'm going to just kind of tuck it out of the way for now. Tuck it out of the way. Same thing with this. This map sensor. Okay. Where is, let's see, where is that? Oh, the knock sensor. That's knock sensors. So I got that here. I probably need to reroute that the other way. Oil pressure. So all this is going to read the motor, and it's going to show everything on the dash like it should. Just got to get this harness in a position where I can. This needs to go down underneath the truck. Yep. This is the fun part right here. So let's see if I have any room which I can loosen up. Gotta take a few things loose. Oh, the map sensor in the back of the block. I forgot about that. The back of the intake. Map sensor. Yeah. Right there. The map. Yeah. Yep. There it is. I'll route that under there. There's no room for anything. What? Okay. Dang. Where's my light? Watch your head. So, if you can see while we're under here, I took the blocks out. And I've come to the conclusion that there needs to be a 2-inch block there. Because it looks like a monster truck without the block in there. It's not the style I'm going for. Also, while we're under here, I decided on a tip. An exhaust tip. I really like it. Goes with the body lines, kind of angled out. It's going to look better on the ground than it would right here, but it's not going to burn my body kit, factory body kit, and it looks good. And it's with the angle of the body. See how the angle is with the body, the angle of the tips, so it matches. So it looks like it's going to be there. So I'm going to do a little time lapse because this might take a minute, and then I'm going to get some assistance from my wife, even though she doesn't want to, but I'm kind of going to make her to because I need a hand. So time lapse. We're going to delete a lot of this, right? Huh? I'll time lapse later. Okay. Can you get that out of there? Wait. Right. So this is cylinder head ground. So this has to stay right here. This is the ECU right here. This is full drive that we don't need. Oh, this is this right here. Yeah, look at that. You trying not to face the camera? Okay. All right. Leave this here. All right. So this is, give me that. So this is this side, huh? I'm not. Let me see this one. So all this has to go underneath. Huh? No, that is, let me see. That's got to stay over there. So probably, I'm probably going to go under this. Under where? Under here. This is what? Cam positioning. There's no way. That's in the back. Yeah.
Here back or
Yeah, that back. So it's kind of got to go back there. Because look how short.
Here?
Look how short. Yeah, it's got to come. So it's got to sit like this in the back.
Have you sit over there? Can you
I don't know.
sit over right here and tighten it up?
Maybe.
Is it gonna?
Because this has to go here. So here, take that. I might have to undo some things because there's a lot of stuff in the way. This is why I didn't want to do this. Let me guess. That's tight. Where is the ratchet? A little ratchet. Where? I'm trying to look for the ratchet.
Where did you put it?
I don't know. Had them both right here. Right here. I want to route everything underneath the intake. There we go. So. Cam, where's the cam? There's the cam positioning. So, this needs to go out of the way. This needs to go out of the way. So, I'll stop the time lapse for a second. You have to pull the intake. It was a pain to try to put all those wires down for the transmission and everything else. So, had to pull the intake, unfortunately. So, as you can see. So, we're going to try it again. I need my assistant. I do not want to mess this wiring. Okay. What? Talk. So we got most of the transmission harness down there and close to the plugs. Now I just got to reevaluate some things like the fuel lines, and I got to hook up the grounds. The grounds for the coils somehow. Ground for the coils, and then reinstall the intake. Because this is, I need this one. This one goes on this side of the motor, like so. Keep that out of there. Where's the alternator plug? Alternator plug. Put that on later. Yep, perfect. the injector. And this is all the throttle body. Coolant temp sensor. See how it's labeled? Current performance. They have a lot of stuff for these S10 swaps. I really like them. This is mass airflow sensor, which will go into the intake somewhere. I don't know where I'm gonna put the intake yet, but we'll get it there. So, gonna have to raise this up again and get that plug down in there, because it is not down in there. Let's see. Yeah, do a swap, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Fun. It will all pay off in the end. Run good. Drive good. So I'm going to cut it here, and then we'll come back when I have everything almost hooked up. Because I don't want to bore everybody with struggling with trying to get most of this wiring in here. So I'll be back in a short while for y'all, but it'll probably be a couple hours for me. Thank you.
A few moments later.
Now we're going to put the bolts in the intake. So we're going to be done with this part. Hopefully none of the O-rings moved. Need some of them bolts. This is fun. These little bolts in there. Got it. Got it. All right. They're started on this side. Let's try the other side. And get lucky without dropping one of them. Huh? Ooh. Yeah, the washer. I see it though. Got it. Ta-da! It's a high power magnet that's wrapped on the end of a TIG wire. Redneck fix. Once all this is done, I can start mounting the fenders, like I said prior, and then start figuring other stuff out. I'm gonna get the part number off this AC compressor because there's a certain one that uses the adapter bracket that faces out, so I can use it here. Certain one I gotta use. Pretty sure they make other stuff, but I'd like to use the stock one. Probably need a new ratchet. This thing's a little tired. A little tired. Huh? Same as my wife. That doesn't want to be on YouTube. But I appreciate it. Make sure all these. All right, after this, I will end it, okay? Okay. So I draw the intake down so it's nice and flush and we don't have any vacuum leaks, hopefully. Yeah, it's nice and flush on the head. Before it had about an 1/8 inch gap because of the O-rings sat it up. So, but that's going to be it for today. I got to get ready for work tomorrow. Joy. So if you like, subscribe, comment, tell me how I'm doing, or give me pointers on the LS swap thing. Soon it will be running. Soon, very soon. We got the belts on, the hoses on. I got to rehook the heater hoses, then mount the fenders, put the fuse box, ECU, catch, overflow, intake at some point. So it'll be in a future video. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.